Welcome back everyone. You join me again at the HQ. This is round 2 of attempting to melt some gold. So I've had a rethink, had a chat with a few friends and a couple of experts I might say, and so I've gone from this, just the butane. It doesn't get the temperature, the heat, so we've swapped that out, and I'm going to try and use now this plumbing generally, you know, building trade, but the gas burns at a higher temperature. So I've checked it all out, I've read the safety instructions. This should burn hot enough to melt the gold. I made a mistake last time. I think I put too much of the flux, the borax in. I put it on top of the gold, and so I should have coated my little crucible first. So I've got some flux in my crucible. I've also added this time, I obviously made a mistake. I was trying to heat it up, sat on a metal plate, so it's just drawing the heat out of it all the time. So I've got half a dozen fire bricks. I'll put them together, and it's just given me a nice little kind of cave. So these will insulate and hold the heat right in there supposedly. I've got my mould there ready if I'm successful. And I've been trying to use these tongs with the crucibles, and I'm just not sure whether the crucibles are a bit small for these particular tongs, but I always feel like I'm going to drop it. So if I do get a successful melt this time, I'm just going to use these and try and pour it with that. I've got my thermometer here just to check on temp. I might give it a dart C, and that's from my paranormal investigations, but I can use it in this to check the temperature of the gold. So I've got my gold ready, I've checked it out, I've got my little scope out to check it out. Great little thing this, the little XP scope you get with the old little squidgy bottle. So I've got my 5 grams of gold in there. I don't see any impurities at all, it's just good gold. So here we go. Slightly nervous. Thanks for joining me today. Please consider liking and subscribing. So here we go. Turn the gas on. Hang on a minute. Here, let's try that one again then. Ah, it's got a click. See, that I didn't know. So I'm going to gently heat the flux. So the idea of some flux in your crucible is to just coat your crucible so your gold doesn't stick to it. And hold it just above that flame and circle. So yeah, the flux is melting, so now I'm going to add the gold. I'm actually shaking right now. Very excited. So I have to start very gently and start away from it. You don't want to blow your gold out, and just slowly get closer, increasing your heat. Nice and gentle. Told a nice circular motion, trying to gently heat it off. I have got a just adjust a bit. First time using this, so I'm a little unsure. Get that flame right in there. Well, I can immediately feel the heat difference. Yeah, see, I'm holding the bottle down. That probably wasn't helping. That's better. There we go. Now obviously I'm trying to keep the heat in now. And so maybe next time I'll try and angle it a little bit better, but it's glowing up in there now. According to what I've read and looked up and been advised by friends, I should get this gold glowing red in a couple of minutes. Certainly looking better than last time. Please like and subscribe. Consider subscribing to the channel. I'm getting very close to my 100 subs. I'm very excited about that. Now it does say that if it looks like it's getting just a little bit hot and then you get a bit of black on the top, just add a little bit of flux in now, just to help the burn. I hope I didn't add too much then. But that should help the gold stay nice and together. And that got rid of that blackness okay. So what are you guys up to this weekend? I know the Flour Gold Prospectors Association is out this weekend from Nugget Lake. Big shout out to everyone at Nugget Lake. I hope you have heavy pans all. Hope you have a great weekend. Give Jason a high five for me. Epic. Well, it's not starting to look rather molten in there. I'm going to add a bit more flux. Difficult to know how much to use, so that was a better shot. Change fingers because this one is dead. is actually looking like a liquid. A bit worried. I don't want to vaporise my gold. Try and add a bit more flux. I don't know how much to put in, but I don't want it all welding. That's probably too much flux. Burns away very quick. One thing I didn't do, I didn't set a timer to see how long I've been doing this for. But I imagine I'm getting close to the 5 minutes now. Thanks for sticking with us. I can see a liquid mass in there. Well, the air bricks seem to work, the fire bricks seem to work to treat. And I still cannot get that into a block. Right, I've got a liquid. So I'm going to heat this. Whoa, easy tiger. And I'm going to try and pour it into there. Okay, I don't know if this is going to work, but hey, let's do this crazy thing. As you can see, it is melted down into a blob, but it doesn't look horrible. Oh, come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Are we going to get it? I think I'm going to go for the... I'm going to drop it into here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Houston. Houston, we've got some magic happening. Starting to get rather hot. It looks like I've almost melted it. Hey, there we go. Put that there for a minute. Ooh-wee. Now I'm going to leave that for a minute. A few minutes actually. Put that down now. I obviously didn't get the temperature still quite hot enough for a pour, but I have succeeded in smelting it. I touched it with that. Oh, I touched it with borax. That was rather silly, weren't it? Let's burn that borax off. I don't know, there's some sort of material on there. I've got some heat resistant tongs, so I don't know what that is. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to I can feel the heat off it. So I've got a nice little bead there by accident, but a bead dropped out. And I've also got, I'm not quite sure, can anyone tell me, is that too much borax in there? It's got like a black glaze on part of it. But there it is. Can I show you that? Here it comes. The light's not very good here. I apologise. I don't know why the light has disappeared. Let me see if I can do something about that. There we go. And there it is. Look at that. I have smelted my first chunk of gold. So thanks for the tips and advice. I'm very happy with that. I'm going to let that cool down and clean it up a little bit and then give it a little bit more studying. Drop that one in there. Super chunk there. And I've got this little piece too. Look, that is a beautiful little... I can still feel the heat of it. I'm going to just hold it under this. Look at that. Beautiful little bead. Absolutely gorgeous. Look. Thanks for joining me today. It's all about the hunt and it's all about the learning curve. I'm having great fun. And That is a funky old shape. That's a funky old shape to end up with, but I'm very happy. So until we meet up again, please consider giving us a sub. I'm so close to the 100. Ooh, I can almost taste it. I hope you're all having a great weekend. And heavy pans, everyone. Heavy pans.